What's up, everybody? I always do that. Got it. Yes, no, thank you. Hopefully everything's working swell. What's up, Rye? My very first customer of the night. What's up, guys? You guys can give me a thumbs up for is the volume working here? Daryl, what's happening? Give me a thumbs up for volume. Give me a mic check. 1 2 1 2. Anybody? Anybody out there? Volume working? Thank you, Daryl. What's up, Mitch? Christian, how you doing? What's up, Bill? Excelente in Indiana. Excellent, excellent. I should probably start getting my glasses so I don't have to like zoom in on the chat. Nice to hear it. Nice to hear it. What's up, Mass Power Wash? Chicago is going good. I love it. Everybody's Indiana, check. Chicago, check. Massachusetts, check. Good, good, good. What's everybody up to tonight? Oh my goodness, Tony. You're up late. What do we got? 9, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning for Tony. Sewell. That's how I pronounce my buddy's last name that is also spelled that way, but might not be you. What's up, Jackson? Go for it. Go for it. Let me ask you a question. That is your name. Huh, that's extremely weird. Because I'm like, yeah, go for it. And United Kingdom, check in now. Boom. Yeah, Philly and Boston. How's that going? Nolan's in the house. Daryl. Nice, 65 gallon. That's interesting size tank. 65 gallon. Anything from like after 55 in between 75. If it's like a 60, 62, 65, 70, I always find those super weird gallon sizes. Like my cube tank downstairs is a 135. Like 135, really? Wouldn't you just go 125, then like right to 150? I know it's the dimensions of the tank that dictate the gallons that can go in the tank, but hey, right? What do I know? No, I'm not watching the Celtics. I got all the kids in bed. Greg came over earlier. We transported like 3,000 boxes down into the basement. And then he rolled out to work on our new website, our new company, which we've partnered with Green Oasis Farms. It's Beta Oasis, going super good. I'm very excited about this. The betas that Paul, Eugenio, and Chris DeSalvo are getting down on Chris's Florida farm are frigging insane. Like, Paul sends us pictures every day. And I've already bought 2. Well, seeds 1, so this one 2, because I'm like, I want those. You can't sell those to the customers. Yeah, let me see if I can show this. Just one of these that we got today or yesterday. Hopefully the camera sees this. I'll hold it up here for a sec just so I can see it live and see if you guys can even focus on that. But it is absolutely... No, of course you can't do. Why would you be able to focus on that with my shitty camera? My stupid shit camera. Anyway, Galaxies, Nemos, like you name it. Paul and Chris are getting crazy ass betas. And they can't even we can't even list them on the website. As soon as we post them on like Facebook real quick, they're just like sold right up like that. Can't even get them posted on the website. They're going super quick. Gorgeous, gorgeous betas. Unfortunately, because they're so gorgeous, I'm actually giving Mr. Seed, who is my mustard gas beta, in the 5-gallon spec, I'm giving him the boot. He's getting evicted for one of these Galaxy betas. and Mr. C will go in, you know, low income housing, and you know, the new guy is going to be moved into the spec, which I did a huge maintenance clean on the other night. I mean, the water change takes like 5 seconds, but I went in there with the turkey baster to remove some of the debris, which you'll also get in your Beta Oasis kit. That's nice for these small tanks. You know, you can't always get a gravel vac, especially if it's heavily planted with lots of hardscape. You can't always get the gravel vac where you need to get it. And it's not like, you know, you could fashion something where your gravel vac goes skinny, skinny, skinny until like the size of a turkey baster. Or you can just take a turkey baster and suck up all that crap from the bottom in like 5 seconds anyway. Just squirt it into the bucket you were doing your water change. The pennywort was taken over the tank, and basically I just grabbed the big giant root system from the bottom, snipped off 12 inches, and now the floaters, and then that'll get bigger. And I'll have to clip it off again and whatnot. Unfortunately, any type of plant I put in my 135, the Buenos Aires just eat. Literally, they're eating every plant, and I've caught them, so I know it's them. It's not the bristlenose. It's not the angels. It's the Buenos Aires tetras. They're destroying the tank. All right, Larry. I love to hear that, Larry. Minneapolis in the house. What's up, Esker? That is great, Larry. Glad to hear that my videos can help. Can you keep betas with rainbows? Yeah, I think so. Rainbows, they move a lot, but they're not really nippers, so you're good. Thanks, Rye. Appreciate it. You like my box, Rye? Like from Mass here, Mass Aquariums, Billy, Dilly. What's up, Gary? Gary's in the house. Gary D. Dilly, guys. I'm Wednesday nighting it. It's no baseball season. It's no football season. Got the Bruins and the Celtics. But I'm not as intense with the Celtics as I am with the other three. What's up, Isaac? So I got a bunch of stuff done Monday night. Like I stayed up super late, did a million tanks, cleaned them, water changed them, you know, with the razor blade and everything, and chopping plants and cleaning out filters. And I just got on a roll, and I was just like, just go right through it, a whole thing. Just keep going. So tonight, my wife's working. The kids most of them are in bed. And I was like, what am I going to do now that all the boxes are downstairs? I don't want to make boxes tonight. Do I? Well, we'll go live for a little while. See what happens. See who's watching. Salty, what's up, Calypsos? Lisa, my girl. Lisa's in the house. Where's Rico at? I haven't seen him on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or anything. Like, I don't know, 3 days? That's like forever for him. Crinum Natans, yep. Those can get huge. If you get one Crinum Natan for your 40, it'll like pretty soon take over the whole tank. Sort of like the tank behind me. I'm good, Lisa. How are you? How's the kiddos? How's March in Canada? I'm sure it's pretty much the same as Massachusetts. Still giant piles of snow everywhere. But we got a little meltdown today. It was like 55 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius. But it's like a tease because, you know, it's going to snow again any day. Or are we going to get into April with no snow, and then it's going to snow in April like it did a few years ago? Who knows? But, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. I hope he's okay. Is he better? What was going on? Well, at least the weather was nice. Rival S says, is this how depressing the aquarium hobby is? Honestly, rethinking why I even decided to try it out. Yeah. I mean, what are you doing? You're in the aquarium hobby. You do water changes. You buy shit for your tanks. You set up new tanks. You sell old tanks to set up new tanks. And then when you're bored, because there's nothing good on TV, you talk to your friends online. Seems pretty self-explanatory, actually. Tyler, yes, I have cherry shrimp and a mono shrimp in this tank behind me. And I have some mono shrimp in the 5-gallon spec upstairs. I have skunk cleaner shrimp in my saltwater tanks. I love those shrimp because those shrimp are shrimp that you can actually look at because they're like friggin' the size of this beer can. They're giant. And my buddy Brian from Brian's Fish Tanks is sending me 10 crystal reds. Should be here tomorrow. I bought some from him. So hopefully those come in good. And I'm going to put those in the spec too. What's up, Ricardo? What are you up to, boy? What's my favorite food? I like any type of flake food, Isaac. I'm a big flake food guy. I don't like pellets all that much because then you have fish that will eat the pellet and won't eat the pellet. Flake food is my jam for food. And frozen, but all fish will eat that because it's like, oh my God, it smells like seafood. They go hog on it, but you got to break it off, a chunk off, and thaw it out in your tank water and turkey baste it or whatever. But yeah, flake all day for me. Hey, Joseph, what's up, buddy? Hey, anytime. I'm thinking of you. I just wanted you to know. Me and Greg packed those boxes, and he's like, here's Joseph's box. I'm like, give me that thing. Go put whatever, go put the extras in it. I got to write him a little note on top. I love you, man. For real. Peace. Dilly dilly. You'll get through it, son. Just a bump, just a speed bump. You could be ugly and like be an amputee with, acne or something. Come on, you'll bounce back, dude. Oh, that's cool, Ricardo. That looks good. Yeah, who is going to Aqua Chawla? I actually wish I was flying out there for just like a day or two, but George and all the gang looks like that. Last year went unbelievable. From all the videos, it looked friggin' amazing. So hopefully now that they have 2 locations, Chicago and Dallas, I'm hoping that's going to be good. I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. Cherry shrimp are pretty hardy. They can pretty much stand anything, especially if you get, shrimp as juvies, like really small. They can acclimate to the water a little bit better than adults. Give me some comments, please, especially light. Huh? What are you talking about, Ricardo? Yeah, maybe I'm sure you'll find some girl at Aqua Chawla that you can smooch with, but you got to come back to the States unless you're thinking you got an island girl. I mean, how many girls are on the island? Yeah, Ryan's got, there's like this whole sticker thing. I've lost my Instagram and Facebook to everybody's making their own stickers. I used to have my Aquarium stickers, my Aquarium Box stickers, send them out all the time. I guess I got to buy some more stickers. I know DC Reefer sending me a sticker. Ryan from McCallum's Reef sent me a sticker. Maybe I'll have to make stickers. Yeah, I bet there isn't, Joseph. Dude, you need to get your ass off that island and go, I know you like the sun, so because you're living on an island, tropical island, go move to Southern California, San Diego, wherever, SoCal. I'll hook you up with my cousins out there. They're your age. Take care of you. Apartment, boom. Get yourself a job. You're in the sun. Lots of super hot women looking for bearded tan guys that like to keep shrimp and killifish that eat their shrimp. You'll kill it, Joe. SoCal. That's where you need to be. All right. Ricardo says he'll wait for your comments, please. Ricardo, who are you talking? Where did I miss your chat or your question? No clue. How do you cycle a new fish tank? If you don't have any other fish tanks, if you do, you can take some media from your fish tank that's currently running, the filter, put it in your new fish tank's filter, and you can cycle it that way. You can do it like I do it. You run your tank filled with water with your media and everything, your filter set up for 1 day, maybe 2 days, just to get the water temp up, because where I live, it's cold, so it takes a while. And then you put fish right in with Dr. Tim's one and only beneficial bacteria, and you're good to go. Boom. Fish in the same day. Yeah. Hit the like. Hit the share. Share. Like. I'm really here just to talk to whoever's on the other end. I never really do live streams scheduled. JH Aquatics does them 1 o'clock on Sundays. My life is not, what do you say? It's plenty organized, but there's no room to schedule a live stream. So it's pretty random for me. I'm psyched that 40 people are here hanging out. I'm sure they're watching TV on their phones, blasting away on Facebook and Instagram, and look at this picture, look at that picture, my fish. That's my only, I should have created a separate account with Mass Aquariums for Facebook and Instagram, because my whole Facebook and Instagram is just covered with fish dork stuff that we like. And then I'll miss someone's birthday that's like a family member, and I'll find it 5 days later, because my whole entire feed was like corals and fish doing that and aquascaping and this. You get added to so many Facebook groups, it's ridiculous. I go to post something on a Facebook group and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in 100,000 Facebook groups. Who keeps adding me to these groups? My goodness. No, I'm keeping it simple, Rye. Keeping it simple, but I gotta add some more corals and maybe a couple more fish, increase the bio load a tad. Just haven't really felt, you guys know from the previous live streams, I haven't really felt like super passionate about, I used to have several local fish stores to go to look at what they had, choose some stuff if I wanted. If not, you're going to go see it, and that gives you inspiration to do stuff. I have no local fish stores anymore around me. I'm talking, I got to travel like a half hour, 45 minutes to get to a store, where before I could go 5 minutes, 10 minutes in either direction and get to a store, besides PetSmart and Petco, and they're all going out of business. There's one in, I think it's North Smithfield, Rhode Island. Anybody who lives in Massachusetts knows where Wright's Chicken Farm is. It's like over there, but it still takes me like 35 plus minutes, and I don't know. Uncle Ned's is right there, but they only do freshwater. Anyway, off on a tangent. Yep, I'm keeping the 40 breeder simple, just adding more soft corals, easier LPS and SPS, because I just want to do a simple water change. I do not want to dose anything. I like to keep it simple. That's what I want to do. Are you a part of Fish Tank Enablers on Facebook? Has almost 60K members, and a person with your knowledge would be very great to help out. No, I don't think so. I don't know if I'm a part of that one. What's up, Shishi's Bubble Nest? I saw Shishi's Bubble Nest just followed me on Instagram. Who is Shishi's Bubble Nest? Come on, folks. Who is she? I've got to click on her Instagram and see what she's all about. $125-gallon clear facing tank, but cloudy from the side. How to fix? Filter floss. Michael Stanley. I just put a video out on that. It's one of my go-tos. Filter floss. All my tanks have it in my filter. It polishes that water right before it goes back into the tank. So a lot of people like to put it on the bottom of the tank. I put it as the last part of the tank, as in the last part of filtration. So say you have a canister and the water comes in and then it goes through coarse. I put the coarse sponges on bottom, coarse as in big, bigger sponges that will pick up the bigger debris and not allow that to enter the next part of the filter. And then I use carbon, which removes, any impurities. And then it goes straight to the beneficial bacteria media, all your ceramic media, your biohome, your rings, your balls, your bio balls, whatever. And then the very last thing I do is filter floss. And that's the last thing. It's just going to take all the fine particles that made it through everything else, and it's going to strip that right at the very end back into your tank. Now, that's for my canister filters. If we're talking about a sump or a smaller like Evo where you have an overflow, I put it in there first to remove everything completely, and then it goes through the biomedia and then up through the sponge and the polyfilter pad and then funnel back in. Because you got that overflow, it takes in everything, and I put the polyfilter right there, and it just catches all that fine, leftover food, all the things that the fish stir up, all that crap. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. Stop buying online and mass in shops will stay open. Where can I order online? MyAquariumBox.com. The truth, or else. Oh, I can't even get. Let's not even talk about German blue rams, JBRs. I've had the worst luck with. Yeah, Ryan. I was talking to Scott today. He's gonna hook. He's every time I need more stuff, I just message him and PayPal him, and he ships them. They come the next day. They're absolutely gorgeous. Everything he sent me has been 100% amazing. That's Ocean State Aquatics, folks, out of Rhode Island. It's about an hour for me. 50 minutes to an hour. I got to get down there. He's got a great shop from what I've seen on Instagram and Facebook. Tons of freshwater stuff, tons and tons of saltwater stuff. He's doing great because he's going to all these shows. So good for Scott at Ocean State Aquatics. Go visit the website, OSA. They do everything over there. It's awesome. Okay, Ricardo says, Mass, I planted the tank, but everyone is telling me that 30 inches height for planted tank is not good. What do you think? What type of lighting you should put on that? 30 inches. So what's that? 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty high. Marineland makes great lights. Literally any type of LED that has bright white lights, 67 to 10K, you're going to be fine with. And then you just have to feed the plants through the roots. I'm not a huge fan of liquid fertilizers unless you have a lot of plants like Anubias, Java fern, floating plants like, your frog bit, your duckweed, your pennywort, that the roots are suspended in the water and then they can take that nutrients in. Most plants are root feeders in your substrate. And if you have an inert substrate like sand, you need to add root tabs. Or if you have a nice aqua soil, you want to spend the money on a nice rich aqua soil, plenty of nutrients. You can get the plants right in there and they're going to suck up all the nutrients and grow really well for you. But if you have a tall tank, you need a bright light that'll penetrate all that water. No worries, Ricardo. All good in the hood. I heard that fish will die if you both add Dr. Tim's bacteria in the fish at the same day. I have not had that experience. So here's the thing with beneficial bacteria is beneficial bacteria needs ammonia to reproduce and colonize, all the square inches of your driftwood and your rock and your filter media, porous things where that's where they colonize. If they don't have ammonia and you just dump beneficial bacteria in your tank, well, it's just going to die because it has nothing to feed off of. You can put food in there and the food starts to rot, produces ammonia, nitrite, the whole work, the whole cycle. I've got videos. Everybody who owns a YouTube fish channel has a video on the nitrate cycle, the nitrogen cycle. But by adding the beneficial bacteria from Dr. Tim's and the fish at the same time, it's not the water that kills the fish. It's dechlorinated. It's perfect tap water or RODI water that's been dechlorinated so that the water is fine. It's the fact that when the fish produce waste, the ammonia builds up and they get ammonia poisoning. They're breathing in through their gills. Like, it's harmful to the fish. It probably burns like a mofo too for the fish. So you add this beneficial bacteria, then you add the fish. The fish are producing waste, which the beneficial bacteria are consuming. It's almost an instant cycle. And the more the fish produce waste, the more beneficial bacteria colonizes, and it goes perfect. Like, I have never had a bad experience with using Dr. Tim's. While I do use a ton of Fluval products, I love Fluval, AquaClear, Hagen Fluval, AquaClear filters, hang them back. My favorite filters ever. The canister filters I've never had a problem with. I've used 406s forever, FX6s, never had a problem. But their Fluval, I don't know what it is. It's their beneficial bacteria, like Fluval beneficial maybe. I've had 50% results with that, whereas Dr. Tim's, I've had 100% success. So Dr. Tim's one and only is, in my opinion, a great, substitution for an instant cycle. Or you just do your stuff, put the plants in, aquascape it, put the rocks in for your salt water, whatever you need to do, and then dump a shrimp that you buy from the grocery store in a little Tupperware, poke some holes in it, put the shrimp in there, little piece of shrimp, just like you're going to cook for a scampi or a shrimp cocktail or whatever. Put it in a little styrofoam, deli container, sink it to the bottom of your tank, wait a week, pull that sucker out, get it as far away from your house as possible, and add your fish, and you should be good to go. Oh yeah, Reggie? What's up, Angelo? Danny's excited to finally catch a live so. What's up, J Dub? Aquatics. Thoughts on stability, CChem stability? I've never tried that. I haven't watched too many videos on it, so I really don't have anything to say. Tracy Lee, what about Brightwell products? I have used a lot of Brightwell products. Now, I will preface this by saying Continuum Brightwell and Jack Kent are gracious, amazing, the very first supporters and sponsors of my Aquarium Box. I talked to Jack 4 or 5 years ago when we first started or were thinking about starting my Aquarium Box, and he loved the idea. So that being said, I use what products work, what products that don't kill the fish, what products that I see results on, and then I use those. Whether you're a sponsor or you're not a sponsor, the products that keep my tanks looking sweet and the fish healthy are the products I use. So let's just say that. I've used a lot of Jack's Brightwell products in my saltwater tanks to get them started, and in my freshwater tanks. I use Florin Multi on this 40 and my Fluval Spec because it has lots of plants, and I do have root tabs, but you know, you bump it up with a little trace elements here and there, and the Florin Multi is, I've seen results. Now, I think about this about a lot of aquarium products. Like, it seems to be like a lot of water and then, you know, some trace elements, some minerals, whatever you need. And you can add whatever you want to your tank, but if you don't take care of there's nothing you can add to your tank that allows you to do absolutely nothing. You know, until someone invents that, where every day I just add, you know, 2 mLs of this substance, and my plants are going to look awesome. The tank's going to be clean. The water's going to be the best. The fish are going to be fed. Well, then definitely we need to get on that R&D train right there, for sure. Ricardo uses Fluval Stratum. Yeah, I love API products, JW. I love Stress Coat. That's what I use to dechlorinate all my water. I do use Prime on this tank behind me just because I had a bottle of Prime, so I'm using it. But I haven't really seen any, you know, difference between the two as far as dechlorinating the water. I've also have Fluval, which I'm about to shoot a video on, the Fluval water conditioner, and a couple of other things pretty soon. I was going to do that tonight, but I was like, I don't feel like shooting a video. I'll just go live, talk to people for, you know, like 45 minutes and then call it. Newfoundland, Canada. What's up, Rochelle? How you doing? Green spot algae, best general attack without injecting CO2. Johnny Knuckles, a razor blade. Flipper even will do a good job on the green spot. The, what do you call it? The mag float does okay if you get it soon, like daily, but if it's on there, you're gonna want a razor blade. And even the Flipper aquarium scraper, you know, if you flip it over in the tank, it's got the metal blade on the end. You can get a good portion of it off, but I just go in there with a razor blade and just. I've never had a tank. Actually, I won't say that. I've had one tank. The seeds tank upstairs has never had green spot algae. All my other freshwater tanks for 30 years have always had it. There's always been some green spot algae just lying around. It's never taken over the tank, but you know, it's just like here or there. And you go zap it with a razor blade. Comes right off while you're doing your water changes. Good to go. When's the saltwater live stream? I mean, I can sit in front of the saltwater tank and do a live stream, but I've got all my stuff hooked up here. Got my new microphone, old stupid camera. I could do it from my iPhone downstairs for the saltwater, but this is everything. Saltwater, freshwater, whatever kind of questions you want to ask, man. I'm good for it. Algae is good for your tank. It's just unsightly. Most of the time when you have too much algae, you don't have a balance in your tank. You have too many nutrients that are imported to the tank, and you don't have enough to export them. So let's make this simple. Like, a balanced tank is the right amount of nutrients go in the tank, the right amount of nutrients get exported from the tank, everything in the tank gets what it needs, the extra gets taken out if there is any extra. Complete balance is whatever's going in the tank is being consumed, and there's, you know, minimal waste. So if you want to balance planted tank, you need to adjust your nutrients for the growth. And if you have too much algae, you're putting in too much to the tank where your plants can't keep up with it, and so algae is feeding off of it and growing all over the tank. It's good for, you know, controlled area, I would say it's good for the tank, like health wise, but it's very unsightly and it can take over everything. And then before you know it, you're like bashing the tank in with a sledgehammer. Same with saltwater. Corals need things, whether you add it through water changes or dosing, you have to keep up. The more corals and the more growth, the more water changes or dosing you may have to do. As your corals grow, they need more. If you have a small amount of corals and you're already dosing, you're probably going to get algae outbreaks because your corals don't need what you're dosing. They're taking everything in from your water changes, and then you're just feeding algae by, everything else. So, you know me. I like to ramble. Hope that's a good short answer to your question. Your SAEs, they'll eventually eat all the algae in your tank, and then they'll just start eating the food you're feeding your fish. In my experience, they're pigs. They'll eat everything. On your 40 reef, do you still use Chato in the basket? No, I stopped using it. I didn't really see like a benefit to like a reward. Like, yeah, it was sucking up phosphates and whatever, but at the same time, it was just a big basket that would collect detritus and all sorts of food and crap, and the pods wouldn't keep up with it, and then I'd have to take it out of the tank and like rinse it off as if it was a sponge. So just polyfilter pad would do that, and I wouldn't have to have it all grossing out in the tank. If you have a sump, it's good, but like I tried the basket experiment. It was cool for a little while, but I got sick of cleaning it, so it's done. Reef Spy, what up, brother? Dilly dilly to my loyal My Aquarium Box video maker. Not only is he a super loyal My Aquarium Box member, he has some of the most beautiful, he has beautiful saltwater setups, but his big tank is amazing. One of my favorites on YouTube. I absolutely love it, bro. And he makes beer, and one of the last beers he made was a New England beer, so that's just perfect. Reef Spy, you're now our moderator. Did I add you? Yeah, you are. What's up, Master? My yellow tang follows my flipper scraper around eating. I bet. You could just put some nori on your flipper, and just as you're cleaning the glass, all your, your tangs and all your algae eaters will come up and scrape that. By the way, we do sell nori on our website, My Aquarium Box, shop.myaquariumbox.com. Tons of nori. What's up, OG? OG's fish room in the house. How many fish in my 40 reef? What do we got? 2 clowns, my Darwins. I got Mr. T, hawkfish, bombing around that mofo. And then my yellow green spot Watchman goby. And that's it for right now, believe it or not. I've had several fish over the last 4 years in that tank. Firefish, damsels, chromies, chalk bass. Those are gorgeous fish. Bengay cardinals. I wish I could get some of those at a local fish store. Those are pretty. But I've had the hawkfish, the 2 clowns, and the goby in there from the very start, and everybody that has come in after them has jumped ship, maybe been killed. I always find them on the floor. Oh, I had a 6-line wrasse in there forever. It was the worst because he was coral friendly and gorgeous and just a really personable wrasse. And he jumped out, and I found the 6-line wrasse potato chip on the floor. That was a sad day because I did really like that fish. You get really attached to fish. Mostly bigger fish people do, but when you have a small fish that's been years. And that, like the Watchman goby was my very first fish I put in that tank when I first started it. He's still there. When he kicks it, it's going to be like, shit, that sucks. You know what I mean? You guys know. No problem, Reef Spy. What's my favorite red fish? Red fish. Freshwater, I would probably have to say the Cardinal has that beautiful, like, stunning red stripe going through it. Saltwater, redfish. You got a couple bleenies that are like in dragonettes that have some red in them that look super. You got the Flame Angel. I've always wanted to get one, but it's like coral. Can you put it in? It's like, good luck if you put it in. Maybe it's coral friendly, maybe it's not. My hawkfish is all red spotted. That's pretty cool. But as far as like your big tanks or maybe some bigger saltwater, like I haven't seen really too many big red fish. But maybe someone else can chime in. Junior Grande, yes. My Aquarium Box comes with random stuff every month, packed full. You never know what you're going to get. You could get stuff for your filter. You could get decorations. You could get hardscape stuff, driftwood, foods, liquids, new gadgets you've never even heard of. Last month, we put Python squeezes in everybody's box, which that's great because I see a lot of videos where people still suck the hose and then dump it in the bucket. Disgusting. The Python squeeze I've used for years and years and years, and that is the way to go. So we put that in everybody's box last month. Yeah, Galaxy Raspberries are pretty cool. All right. Reef is going to do a 40 grain reef with no sump. Now is the $1 per gallon sale at Petco, but they've been sold out a month. Yeah, just wait. 40 breeder, really good setup. I love my 40 breeder reef. I wouldn't mind a bigger reef with a sump, but run it like lean, not super, not like really dosing anything or, what have you. But I need a new camera. I got the expensive microphone, and now my camera sucks ass. I can barely see anything. San Antonio in the house. Is the reason my snails are white is due to lack of iron? Your snails? I don't think so. I mean, they build their shells from calcium, right? Calcium carbonate, calcium. Dilly dilly. One more, and we'll call it a night. I'll go build boxes for 2 hours and go to bed. Fun. Wednesday night. You don't think the camera's that bad? I don't know. It kind of looks grainy on my end, and then my boy Michael Aarons from the UK is like, your camera's shit, mate. Your camera's shit, mate. Let me send you a link to a good camera. That's what he says. Boston Proud, what's up, brother? Dilly dilly. Cheers. Hey, Chris, sending love from Australia. Love it. What time is it over there? It's got to be like, oh my God. It's probably like friggin' lunchtime, right? On March 21st. Probably March 21st where Chris is, folks. Think of that. For us slackers in the United States, can't catch up to the time. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Appreciate it. Oh, all right. Well, I guess if the camera, maybe I don't have to spend the $70 or whatever it costs. Sideways on the iPad, bonus. What's up, Mark from Portland? every time I see anything on TV on Oregon, it looks so awesome and peaceful to live there. I wonder if it is. Thanks, Master. Master A. Appreciate that. That tank was one of my favorite tanks of all time. Um, my butt hurts. Oh, well, I hope that no one doesn't like single that out. From the office chair, folks. Come on, get your mind straight. That was one of my favorite tanks ever. That 75. I had a plan, wrote it down, followed it through, and it turned out just like I wanted to. And it wasn't like a species or a geographic only tank. It was, I wanted heavily planted, and I wanted also every kind of rainbow I could fit in it, and angels and fish to clean up stuff. And you can, even though a 75 is like, it's like 4 feet by 2 feet by 2.5 feet, I think. It's big. And you can buy tiny fish that you love and like never see them for months on time. And then all of a sudden you're doing something, you're like, oh my God, hey, there's those 5 autos I bought 6 months ago. They're still alive and they're doing, no wonder why I don't have any brown algae. That's cool. All right, Chris, it's lunchtime in Australia. Excellent. Thank you, Master. I appreciate it. Is the reddish glow upon your face from your computer? It may have something to do with you not being as good. It's probably because I have no lights on. And the light on the, whatchamacallit, the friggin' computer cam, probably just shining like right in my face. I do like the lagoon style. That is pretty good. I'm loving the cube style. My 135 cube. Huckleberry is snoring like a mofo over here. I wonder if this microphone's good enough to pick up Huck's snoring. It's pretty low key. Yeah, the cube I have downstairs, I love that footprint. I love the 40 breeder by far is my favorite size tank ever. But the cube that I have downstairs is really cool for big tanks. You can see how it would be an awesome saltwater tank, but I would need to upgrade the return pump. Well, I'm not going to do that because it's not going to be a saltwater tank. But my next saltwater tank, if I do go in that direction, will be something like that. But I would need like a really good return pump and good. Like I don't like sumps, to be honest. Maybe Reef Spy can pick apart this. I don't like sumps at all. I prefer to be able to like, I don't know, not a big sump fan. Maybe I don't have the right return pump and I don't have the right pipes going here and there. Like this just never seems to be enough with a sump. But I've never custom built a sump, so. Do a shrimp tank, Donald. Donald Fish Vibes. 15-gallon shrimp tank, maybe a pair of rams, like golden rams or something. That'd be cool. Something that if it's at work, you don't have to like really worry about. Any food you're putting in the tank to feed the 1 or 2 fish in there, the shrimp will take care of. Will be easy water change, just real quick, in and out, boom. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate everybody rolling through here. What's up, Sunshine? How you doing? If anybody I'll leave like the last couple minutes. I'll do like a minute or two if anybody has any questions, and then we'll end it. And I can figure out what's going on with this new Google YouTube thing. I mean, I like the fact that you can hide everything in the sump, but I'd rather just be able to access the filter like quickly, swap everything I need to swap out, and then be done with it. Like out of all my tanks, the 135 with the sump is the least favorite one I like to take care of. Put it that way. Everything else is simple. You just click the button that shuts everything off, do your water change and your cleaning, fill it back up, and click that button. So there must be something I'm doing wrong with the sumps. And somebody can come teach me. But I hate it. Oh, the Rocknem tank is doing awesome. I got 10 more coming from Scott. He's gonna hook me up soon. I texted him today. He just got his Rocknems in, so he's acclimatizing them. He's gonna find out price and then shoot me a text. Get more shipped over. The tank's gonna be full of rock flowers. Thanks, Reese Spy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll talk to Joel. I message Joel all the time. Maybe he's got some good sump knowledge for me. All right, folks. I'm going to call it. I'm out like a trout. Did about an hour, 51 minutes. Not an hour and 51 minutes. 51 minutes. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday night or a good Thursday afternoon. Chris from Australia. Hope your lunch is good. And I will. How do I even leave this? I will talk to y'all later. Peace.